Hello to my Pisces. This is Queen Moon Ra coming to you with your general reading. All right, Pisces, let's get into it. Happy Friday to each and every one of you all. And Mercury is retrograde. I want to make sure we say that first and foremost, because this is time for learning. So get to your local libraries. If you love to read, if you love to learn, I know the background is different. You don't see books and things in the background, but I am encouraging you to get to the library and get some books. You want to learn, get some books, learn tarot. You don't have to teach it. You don't have to read cards. But if you hear anything on here, you say, let me just fact check. I really encourage that. Like each one teach one, right? Not for the purpose of trying to like expose people's weaknesses or anything like that. Learn for yourself. Because you could find hidden gifts and talents that you have for yourself. Like learn for you. You could have gifts and talents that were passed down in your bloodline that you go, I didn't even realize I had those gifts and talents. Now I have books that I can actually sharpen. I can sharpen those gifts and talents. So let's just dive in, okay? All right, let's do it. Let's see what we got going on here. So your current energy here is the moon card, right? This is a moon card. So your intuitive gifts intensify. So dreams and signs speak louder than ever, right? Not only that, Neptune, you're ruled by two planets, Neptune and Jupiter, right? So Neptune is retrograde right now. And so gifts could be overwhelming right now. So your intuitive gifts intensify. And dreams and signs speak louder than ever. Trust the unspoken. They could be overwhelming. This is why you want to really protect your water. Protect your emotions, right? Really protect your emotions at this time. Be careful of like what you're looking at on social media. And I could say this until I'm blue in the face. Be careful of what you're posting on social media. Somebody has love coming across their path, right? That person, I mean, unless you're a celebrity and people are following you around with cameras and stalking you and all of that other whatever, which people do, because it looks like here we have the judgment card. Somebody is obsessed with finding out what's going on in your life. Try to protect your relationship as much as you possibly can, because people are talking. Your energy is very magnetic. And again, you don't have to be a Pisces sun or moon. Wherever Pisces is in your birth chart, it can literally be your 10th house. It could be your calling. It could be your vocation. And people are, almost like a fanatic about, they want to find out if they are in a romantic relationship. Have you talked to them? Did you hear somebody in the background? Did you hear a voice? Who is that? Did you hear something? Did they sound like did you hear anybody laughing? Did they sound like they had an Adam's apple? I mean, craziness, like just somebody's just overwhelmed by your gifts, right? And like, how do you know this knowledge? How do you have this secret knowledge? Whoever you are, like, how do you know certain things, right? So I feel like somebody does have access to secret knowledge, and you're learning how to rise above the judgment. You're learning how to rise above the judgment because you're a star. And so you definitely want to protect. You want to protect your emotions. You really want to protect your emotions. Just like, think of it as like a glass of water. You would put a cover over a glass of water. You want to protect. You want to protect your emotions, right? Your mental health, your physical health. You want to make sure you're not, even if people are coming into your home to do any kind of work, once you come back in your house or leave your home, just whatever methods you use to protect yourself, that's what you're doing. Whether it's prayer, affirmations. I'll try to give people affirmations in all of, in my readings, right? But yeah, this is how you're going to save yourself, just to protect yourself, because something about your gifts are overwhelming people. They just they can't believe it. They just cannot believe, just your gifts. And it's actually saving somebody. It's actually saving someone who you must have picked up on. Somebody just does not look like what they've been through, because you answered the call in your life. They just don't look like what they've been through. Something you noticed on someone, and your gifts are growing. They're growing. So it's helping a lot of people under this moon here. What Spirit wants you to notice is the Knight of Cups is a creative or romantic opportunity approaches, right? So your heart is opening to something new and meaningful. Remember, the Knight of Cups is not always a person, right? It looks like a person, right? Looks like this actually looks like a person, right? With some flowers in their hand. They look pretty relaxed. But this is really you saving yourself. This is really you saving yourself. It's like I always say, whatever you're posting on like social media, like if you're posting inspirational posts, you're speaking to yourself first, and then it's speaking to the other people out there. So if your post says make today a great day, you're saying to yourself, make today a great day, and then it's going out to the world, right, on social media, make today a great day, right? But you're not putting your personal life on social media, right? You're getting downloads. You're getting some kind of downloads through your dreams that's helping people, and you don't really know who you're talking about. You really don't know who you're talking about, but it could be just basically telling people, be very careful about the material world. Be very careful about the material world. This is what you're telling people, like, be very careful about talking about money. Be very careful about coming across as like you're saving someone, like in love. Like, be very careful about that, because that can put you in a very dangerous situation. So, for example, if you have sons or daughters who like to pick up the tab, and I gave this example, I want to say, was it in Taurus reading? Because I'm looking at Taurus. This is Taurus card here. I want to say it was in Taurus reading. The husband and wife went out to dinner, and this is on Instagram. Some of you all may have seen it. And the wife said to the husband this time, because they had like a whole big party of people at the table, and the wife said to the husband, this time we're not picking up the tab. Like, no, she didn't say like we're not. She said, this time don't pick up the tab. She said, just don't pick up the tab this time, and see how people respond. They didn't pick up the tab this time. And the husband noticed that nobody said anything to him. Like, nobody said bye. They didn't say anything. And he was just really disappointed and hurt. Like almost to this point of disappointment, like overwhelmed. Like really just overwhelmed, right? And that's how it can feel. That's how it can feel. That's how your gifts could feel to some people. Like just overwhelmed. Like just overwhelming to some people. And here we have, and they're growing, because you're the fisher of men, the human, like you're a fisher of human, right? So basically, like, you have people's backs, and really just being no respecter of person. Like, it just doesn't really matter. Like, you just have people's backs. It's like, don't matter who it is, this person, this person, this person. This is where the compassion is just showing. It's just like overflowing with compassion for no matter who you are. I'm looking out for you. Looking out for you, looking out for your kids, looking out, like this page of cups here. Like you looking out for everybody. Just fisher of men. Like, I can lead you to water, but I can't force you to drink it, right? You're not trying to save people. You're just saying, hey, look out for this and look out for that, right? So this is really you saving yourself. Basically, like, if I couldn't save myself, I can at least, and this is what psychic gifts are. We're not talking about, well, I was about to insert a little joke, but this is not, because even a crystal, like a crystal ball or crystal, has healing properties in it. But this is not like in a joking way. This is like best practices after, because this is the end of a cycle here, right? Where your pineal gland, like what you didn't know before, now you know. So somebody is saying now you're getting your downloads through your dreams, and you're like, okay, you didn't realize that people were secretly mirroring you. They would see mirroring you, watching you in secret. You had no idea that people were mirroring your relationship. Somebody was mirroring your relationship. There could be a Virgo that's watching you in secret, like mirroring you. Like every little thing that you do, you had no idea that somebody was watching you in secret, doing every little thing that you're doing, whether it's dark or light. And something could be overwhelming you. Like, okay, now wait a minute. Mirroring who you date, what organizations you join, literally doing everything. Literally everything. Talking how you talk, doing everything that you do. If people say you was a bully, they say they bullying people. I mean, whoever is doing something, doing stuff behind somebody's back, like a copycat, right? And you're just like, I had no idea they were doing everything, saying that they were me, like saying, basically saying that they were you. So now that you're aware of what is going on, you could actually help somebody. This is what somebody is like. You're now starting to see that somebody has a gift. They know how to cloak in your energy. Whoever you are, somebody knows how to cloak in your energy. Right? And so you're saving yourself in the material world by actually speaking up. Because you notice that somebody just does not look like what they've been through. You have a sixth sense about something. And you're like, okay, I recognize that look. I recognize that look. Something smells fishy and I recognize that look. Right? So you started looking into something behind someone's back. You started looking into something behind someone's back. You said something smells fishy. Something doesn't, start looking into something behind someone's back. Right? So the Seven of Cups here is overwhelm and illusion dissolve. You're choosing clarity over confusion. You're choosing some kind of clarity over confusion because somebody needed some kind of saving because something was overwhelming for somebody. Right? And here we have the Empress card here. It said what you're calling in is the Empress, and this is abundance, creativity, nurturing energy, and emotional flourishing rise in your field here. So your emotional guidance is the Page of Cups. Allow yourself to feel, play, dream, and imagine. Softness is your strength, right? Softness is your strength, right? So you're sending messages to someone. You're sending messages to someone about just how deeply you love someone behind their, just how deeply you love someone. Basically how deeply you love someone's child. And sharing just how messages with them. Like you're secretly sharing messages. Whoever you are, you're secretly sharing messages as they're transitioning, as they're going through life storms, right? Because here we have the Ten of Pentacles here. Someone's not trying to be a part of something. Somebody doesn't want to be a part of a bunch of drama, chaos, and confusion. They've risen above judgment. They're not trying to be a part of a family situation or whatever the case may be. They're a star. So here's the Six of Swords here is your mental guidance as your mind is moving toward peace. You're transitioning out of anxiety, and this is what you have in common with someone, worry and mental clutter. This is what you have in common with someone. And then also the Ten of Pentacles here is prosperity, stability, and long-term blessings are building beneath the surface. And then the Judgment card is a spiritual awakening intensifies. You are answering your soul's calling with more clarity than ever before. Right? So somebody is really, really answering a call on their lives and learning how to rise above the judgment of like feeling like basically like being judged for your gifts, being judged for your spiritual gifts, and just recognizing that you're a star. And I'm not talking about famous when I say star. We're talking about did you have an 11th house. So Pisces rules 12th house. And again, go to the library. Mercury retrograde is a great time to do it, right? It'll be retrograde until the 29th of November. To learn about it, go to the library, right? Pisces rules 12th house. You have to step back to your 11th house. Aquarius rules 11th house. Capricorn rules 10th house, right? Sagittarius rules 9th house. Scorpio rules 8th house. right? Libra rules 7th house. Virgos rules 6th house. Leos rule 5th house. Cancers rule 4th. Gemini rules 3rd. Taurus rules 2nd. And Aries rules 1st. So Source is saying you're learning how to go back through your houses and see what your zodiac sign is in your house. You're really learning astrology. You're learning all of this about yourself. All of these things. That's how you're learning how to save yourself. What sets you apart from every other Pisces. That's what you're saying. What's your calling in life, so that you're not overwhelmed when you hear things, right? And how other people save themselves. You're like, okay, how does other people save themselves? How did they, because there's no comparison. How's other people saving themselves? You know, and how are they able to transition through life? And why don't they want to be a part of certain things? How are they saving themselves? And, you know, how can I help? You know, how can I be a part of transitioning, right? And that's what somebody is doing. So the self-love card came out here. So congratulations to you all. You're on your path. You're on your path. Yeah, so dear Lord, help me trust that there's a plan far beyond what I can see through my fears and illusions. Yep. And then also, let the wall fall that separates me from my own vulnerable inner child. I long to take care of myself like never before. Like never before. Change is on the horizon for somebody. And here we have clearing. So as true offering arises, it becomes easy to let go. You start to trust that more will always arrive. You shift from mine to God's. Such freedom. Yeah, such freedom. Something was really overwhelming for someone who wanted somebody to save them. And they were put in a very poisonous environment by a low vibrating Pisces. And or Virgo. There's somebody who was very meticulous, somebody who was who paid attention, somebody who was looking at somebody who wanted to be saved, and they decided, okay, this would be a fun time to play a joke on somebody, and thought something was funny. Right? This would be a fun time to play a joke on these two here, right? So here we have flow and also courage. Here we have allow me, divine, to move with the flow and respond with calmness and peace. Here we have courage. Let me be open to courageously take the steps that are shown, and also guidance. When you make divine intelligence your foundation, you finally have a fixed star to follow. You finally have a fixed star to follow. Let's see what else we got going on here. So somebody is sending a message, an emotional message via telepathy to someone about their family, to rise above the judgment, that something has come to an end, that somebody has learned how to save themselves. Yep, a new partnership, job/love is near. Yeah, so congratulations to you. So Fridays, and you can go to the library and get some books on the days of the week and the planets. Fridays connect us with Venus. Color green, day of the week Friday. Let's see what else we have going on with these cards here. But yeah, so either you have, like I said, because you learn how to save yourself. Here we have, should you double back for them? It's you versus you. Yeah, so your ancestors are proud of you. Do the mirror work. You're doing the mirror work. So it's time to release the burden. It's time to release the burden. So you won't be returning someone's call. So at what age did your parents work on their shadow self? At what age did you work on your shadow self? All right. So, yeah. So your inner child is very proud of you. Angel Gabriel, the messenger of God, is with you, and you're leaving them behind. Somebody you are leaving behind. Yep. So nothing is yet in stone. So it's saying you're learning how to kind of roll with the tides. Something Alabama could be of importance. Yep. Yep, could be of some significance. That is what I have for you. All right, so throat chakra cleanse. Yep, something. So your ancestors are proud of you, but their ancestors are not proud of them for what they did. Speaking of fish, they felt like somebody was a fish out of water. So they felt like they were all excited about something. That's what I have for you. And I'll leave it there. That's what I have for you. See you in the next video. Bye. Okay, so here's the second part of your video. So let me give you all some, the outcome is a star, healing, hope, renewal, and divine alignment for you all. The universe shines directly on your path, right? Here's the candles for you all, the colors of the candles. Ocean blue for psychic clarity and emotional flow. White candle, which you can use really for pretty much anything. Purity and divine light. And also lavender for soothing the aura. Silver is for moon magic and intuition enhancement, right? Crystals for you all, the amethyst, psychic insight and also spiritual protection. Aquamarine would be emotional clarity, calm, and communication. Moonstone would be for intuition, dreams, divine feminine energy, and labradorite for mysticism, energetic shielding, right? So herbs would be lavender, right? Whether you're doing it for teas, baths, smoke cleanses, or altar, for your altar. Lavender, some people drink lavender tea or use lavender. So emotional balance for peaceful sleep and peaceful sleep. Mugwort for dream work and intuitive opening. And so blue lotus for mysticism and spiritual expansion. Also peppermint for mental clarity and energetic refreshment. Here's some affirmations for you all. I trust my intuition completely. Another one is my dreams guide me toward truth and healing. Another one is I allow divine inspiration to flow through me. Another one would be I am aligned with my highest spiritual path. And another one is peace fills my heart, mind, and energy. Okay, that is what I have for you. But it's someone that you're leaving behind because they do everything in secret. They would rather practice dark magic and overwhelm people with dark magic. That just seems like it's just, you know, a quick fix for things. I don't, you know, advise anybody to do any kind of dark magic whatsoever. You want people to be enlightened, right? That's why I'm telling people, go to the library, enlighten yourself so you can end up on the light side of your emotions, so that you know, go to sleep like, okay, I feel so bad for whatever. And somebody in all of this is their energy when they talk to somebody, like when they're calling somebody, they're almost like trying to check a temperature for somebody, to try to check a temperature to see if somebody can pick up on their energy. It's like almost like somebody's trying to check to see if somebody's psychic gifts are actually working. Like they don't really believe it. They don't believe somebody's psychic gifts, but something that was said was so overwhelming. They're like, oh my God, this person actually really is. They really do have psychic gifts. I wonder if they know, you know, so somebody is picking up on it because their calls are not being returned. They're picking up on something, so they're seeing something. So that's what I'm seeing for you in your reading. I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.